15th of July, 1789. I'm often frightened. Why, you may ask. Life as I knew it was quite tender. I dream of days past, but now life is frightening. The world may be changing, but I've already been left behind. I live in a kind of tension between the will to say yes to my now eternal suffering and my relentless inability to utter yes with complete sincerity. Through the absence of the better half of my spirit and the empty cave inside my chest, life is withering. The fall of Bastille has rallied the cry of our people, marking the complete obliteration of the oppressive Bourbon monarchy. No longer under harsh rule, no longer without arms and ammunition, no longer hiding behind a wall of fear and subjugation, we live in complete and utter freedom. No longer must we suffer at the hands of those above us, forcing us into a medieval fortress without trial, without appeal. No longer must we be silenced by those who say more, but mean nothing at all. Our cries of outrage, of bitter discontent, will no longer be ignored by those that rattle their pearls and trinkets in delight of our misery. Bastille has now become a symbol for all of us, a beaming example of hope, and more importantly, an example of the gift of change. It is a symbol of taking the fight into our own hands and changing the winds to turn into our favor. The streets are fraught with freedom of spirit, joy of camaraderie, a will of the people that knows no bounds. It is a fervor that could compete with the best of tides of a tempest even God himself has created. I know your place is among them, should be among them. They say Father Time waits for no one. Yet, why has he put me in the bête noire in which I cannot escape from, reliving the same moment in which I am informed your immortal soul is no longer of this world? With Bastille in the hands of our friends, your empty shadow of a memory is in mine. Alas, you carry with you the stolen vessel that is my heart, and I am left with the empty promise of your enlightened return. The light has gone out of my life, a home filled with vacant memories and broken promises. I've never been afraid of losing you, not even for the breath of a whisper. Who has ever considered a medieval fortress falling to the hands of peasants and merchants? Of all the gifts I've ever been given in my life by the gods above, you alone have been the best. A true gift from the gods that could never be paralleled, even with the new given gift of change. I just simply can't believe we were the happiest accident that the gods could have created. Nothing but the truth lives and breathes in my words. When I cradled you in my arms, nothing felt like coming home more than your warm, soothing embrace. Feeling our breaths falling and rising in unison, feeling your soft hair on the curve of your shoulder, and the small of your waist between my hands. The truest and smallest of pleasures has never been more lost in this world. What do I do with the knowledge and understanding that I would rather dance with your ghost than waltz with the hollow being of any other? I would rather lie alone and reach out to the cradle, the empty impression where you once breathed, where you once rested, than feel it filled and warmed by anyone else. How can I measure any distance between us? Is it in minutes, miles, or eons? Is it when our lips finally sink together, our hands finally mold together, or is it until we're close enough to where we once were again? The silence in our home rings with the truth of 1,000 churches, and the cacophony of gospels that choir angels must sing is you are here no longer. I will let this timber, this heavy burden of silence, fill the crack between my soul where you once breathed until sleep takes me whole. It is said that the true soldier fights not because he hates what is in front of him, but because he loves what is behind him, to fight for freedom and spread the will of the people. God knows there was a price. I just wish you hadn't been mine. My life destroyed by a dream.